Welcome. Today we are going to look at chemistry paper 1. Question 1. Air passed through several reagents as shown below. Concentrated potassium hydroxide solution. We go to heated excess copper tannings. We go to heated excess magnesium powder. And then we go to the gas collected. What is the role of concentrated potassium hydroxide? What is the role of that? To remove from air by reacting with it. Write an equation that takes place in step 3 with magnesium powder. That is a question. C. Name one gas that was collected from the process. We have argon, neon, helium, and xenon. We go to question 2. Name 2 types of physical changes. Melting, sublimation, vaporization. Heat, heating. A gas at 27 degrees centigrade and 750 pressure was found to occupy 360 cubic centimeters. Calculate the temperature at which the same mass of gas will occupy twice the volume at a pressure of. So this is how you calculate. We go to question 4. For A, in the equation below, identify the reagents that act as base. And then give a reason for your answer in A above. Question 5. When left in the open air, anhydrous calcium chloride increases in mass. Explain. It absorbed water from the atmosphere to form a solution. 5b. What name is given to the process in A above? Deliquescence. Question 6. Study the chart below and answer the questions that follow. Solid sodium chloride, concentrated, gas A, white precipitate. Identify gas A. Gas A is hydrogen chloride gas. White precipitate is silver chloride. Write an ionic equation for the formation of white precipitate. This is it. Question 7. A student Question 7. A student was supplied with a colorless liquid suspected to be water. Describe a chemical test that would be carried out to show that the liquid was water. Add the liquid to anhydrous. If it turns from white to blue, the liquid is water. Anhydrous can also be used. Question 8. In an experiment to determine soluble sodium chloride, 13.2 grams of a saturated sodium chloride solution at 18 degrees Celsius was evaporated to dryness. 3.6 grams of the salt was left after complete evaporation of water. Determine the solubility of sodium chloride at 18 degrees Celsius. So this is how you determine the solubility of sodium chloride at 18 degrees Celsius. Question 9. State Graham's law of diffusion. The rate of diffusion of a gas is inversely proportional to the square root of its density at constant temperature and pressure. A volume of 120 cubic centimeters of nitrogen gas was diffused through a membrane in 40 seconds. How long will 240 cubic centimeters of carbon dioxide take to diffuse through the membrane under the same conditions? This is how you Question 10. A student was carrying out an experiment using barium sulfate. The salt accidentally got mixed up with sodium sulfate. Describe how the student would get a dry sample of barium sulfate. Add water to the mixture and stir. Filter the resulting mixture of is collected as residue while solution is collected as filtrate. Rinse the residue with distilled water. Dry the residue between filter paper. Question 11. The diagram below represents the flask process. Study it and answer the questions that follow. We have A, B, C, sulfur deposit. Name A, B, C. A is the hot compressed air. B is the molten sulfur. You can just say the water mixture. And C is superheated water at 170 degrees Celsius. Why is C pumped to sulfur deposit? To melt sulfur. Which property of sulfur enables it to be extracted by the method above? It has a low melting point. Question 12. An element A has two isotopes. The relative atomic mass is A is 51.5. Determine the percentage abundance of each isotope. This is how you determine. Define the term isotopy. Isotopy is the existence of atoms with the same atomic number but with different mass numbers. Question 13. Study the table below and answer the questions that follow. The letters are not the actual chemical symbols of the elements. We have element W, X, Y, Z. Element W atomic number is 20, X is 9, Y is 10, Z is 17. While element W atomic mass is 40, X is atomic mass is 19, Y is 20, and Z is 35.5. Identify elements that belong to the same group and give a reason. X and Z. Because they both have 7 electrons in the outermost occupied energy level. Which element is a metal? W is a metal. Question 14. Study the information given in the table below and answer the questions that follow. We have a bond, then we have average bond enthalpy, breaking of bond. Calculate the enthalpy change from the reaction. This is how you calculate. Question 14b. Is the reaction exothermic or endothermic? Explain your answer. Exothermic. Why? Because energy given out during bond formation is greater than the energy gained during bond breaking.